welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So today you're going to watch a video on how I did pulled pork. Now I put this pork roast on last night before I went to bed, so it could just slow simmer all night long and be just fork tender this morning, so I could then pull this apart and make some coleslaw and take some sandwiches to the girls at work. And so that's what we're doing, and I hope it brings you along. I hope it inspires you to maybe make this, because it's so easy. And this time of year, pork tends to go on sale pretty inexpensively. You can even do this out of your food storage, your canned pork. So I bought the little roast at the store for 99 cents a pound. And so I thought, well, that's cheap enough to make sandwiches for everybody, a little 3-pound roast. So anyway, hope it brings you along. I hope that you go check out my Wild Tree website, and I'll leave the link below. I also have the link below where I get my music on my video intro, and my Facebook page as well. So I hope you go over there, see who I'm talking to, who I'm watching, all those kind of good things, and interact with me. All right, guys, let's go make some pulled pork sandwiches and easy coleslaw. I've got a 3.5-pound pork roast that I am going to slow cook all night for pulled pork sandwiches for work tomorrow. And so it's going to be delicious. This is hot already. Just to get it started, because I want a brown part of it. If you put this in a crock pot, you don't really even have to. This pork will make its own juices. It'll do its own thing, but I do want to go ahead on this one, because I'm doing it in my bean pot. I want to make sure that I brown that off correctly, and you know, just adds to the ambiance of the video. So I'm going to put the fatty side, fat cap down, and it's just starting to get up to temp, so you're not going to get the big loud sizzle, but it's sizzling nonetheless. And the only thing that I'm going to add to this, and this is what I add to all of my pork that I cook for any long period of time. I make sure that I cook that pork with garlic and chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. The peppers and adobo just flavor it deliciously. And so we're going to let that fat cap kind of brown a little bit. It'll add a little layer of flavor. And we're going to have to get our garlic out. Ooh, it's going to be so good. You guys, you got to know that the girls at work tomorrow are going to be happy. So because I don't want to chop up anything, it's the night before, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I'm really not in the mood to chop and all that, and I've got homemade dehydrated garlic powder that I've done from organic garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and let that rehydrate in all the juices as well during the cooking process, and I'm not going to have to chop up garlic and peel it and all that. We've now got a brown pork roast. Yep, and that's all we're going to do. We've rendered some of the fat off that one fat cap side. I don't want to brown anymore, because I want this meat to just pull apart and be tender and delicious. So I have a nice brown on all sides. Trust me, it's been loud in here. And now I'm going to spice this up a bit. I have my homemade garlic powder. And what I'm going to do is, this is going to go back on a burner on the back of the stove on a small burner. So it's going to cook low and slow all night. It will be ready to go in the morning, and we're going to have some pulled pork sandwiches tomorrow for lunch. So now I've got some leftover out of a can that I opened chipotle peppers. So I'm going to put a couple chipotle. I really want to put all of them on there. Yeah, I'm gonna put it all on there. It's just like 3 with the adobo sauce. 1 per pound, right? If it's too hot, we'll have more coleslaw. Okay. And I am going to make a coleslaw to go over the sandwiches and... Okay. Now, because I'm doing this on top of the stove. If I was doing it in a crock pot, I would add no liquid whatsoever. But I'm going to add about a 1/2 cup of liquid from the adobo. And now all I have to do is set this on the back burner tonight. I'm going to put the lid on it and I'm going to let it do its thing. It will be pull apart tender by morning. I had to bring you back because I love sweet and spicy. And the Wild Tree Absolutely Onion Blend has that sweet onion flavor that I've never tasted in any other onion soup, you know, that's already made, or any other dehydrated onion. And so I'm going to add, and I've already added about a tablespoon, I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of this Wild Tree blend down. And I'll let you know. I'm going to give you my honest opinion at the end of why and how and, you know, how it came out. So I'm adding that down on top. Those onions will rehydrate, and it's going to be delicious. All right, guys, I have the easiest coleslaw recipe ever. You are going to love this. And it's as good as any homemade. I'm running out of time, so I don't have time to make a homemade dressing. And I will do this in a pinch every time. So I am going to take a little bit of help from the store and using bagged coleslaw. Hopefully it fits in here. Yeah. And what happens is this will, as soon as you put the dressing on, that will start breaking down the cabbage and it will fit perfectly. My secret weapon is this salad dressing. It's a poppy seed salad dressing, and it donates to charity as well as makes a wonderful salad or a dressing for a coleslaw. It's delicious. It's got all the components that my homemade coleslaw dressing has, so it really is delicious. And I'm trying not to have to dirty a new dish, but I don't know if it's going to work. Anyways, so you just mix up the amount that you want, and this is going to be the cooling effect of our sandwich. I love coleslaw on a pulled pork sandwich. Just delicious. And then I would have you use your favorite barbecue sauce on your pork. If you like, you know, just the cheap generic stuff in the store, then use that. If you like homemade, use that. I mean, it's really, there's no rules to this. It's what you like. And I'm going to use what I have on hand and what I think everybody at work will like as well. So now I feel like I've got everything coated pretty well. Clean up my mess, and I'll let that just kind of sit in the fridge and until it's time to make my sandwich, because I'll make a little sandwich for me so you guys can get a taste test. And maybe a little bit more. About half a bottle for a bag of that is perfect. A little help from the store. Sometimes, you know, we got to take it even though we don't want to. I just can't do everything all the time. Okay, so there's my salad. Done. How easy was that? 2 minutes. Done. Put the lid on, pop it in the fridge, and then I'm going to get my pork over here for you. And we'll get to showing you how to do that. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, let's see what you can see in there. This has had a chance to cool down on its own a little bit. It's still warm though, so let's see, bring it in a little bit closer. Maybe not, because we're going to put it in this bowl to pull it. So, I'm going to get 2 forks out, and it is fall off the bone tender. In fact, it's falling apart. Yep, falling apart, which is good. That's what we want. And that bone just adds such a nice flavor to this. I've done this with lean pork, and it's not the same at all. Fat means flavor. So, unfortunately, you can take the excess fat off. Like, there's that fat cap. I don't really want that in there. I'll put that back in here. So, any excess, go ahead and take that right off. It'll come right off for you in one big piece. And put that back down in there. Okay, but I do want these chipotle peppers, so I'm going to shred them into the mix because they've just kind of come apart and cooked, and they become really, really delicious. So, there's that. This goes to be discarded. Except for that piece of meat. Okay. Now, make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So you're just taking your forks, and I know a lot of you have already done this, but I have family members who have not, and so this is for their benefit as well. And new cooks out there. What if you've never done it? You don't understand what that means. I mean, I know when I was a new cook, some of the terminology was like, oh, what does that mean? So, okay, I see some more fat I want to get rid of. So, put a little napkin over here to set that aside on. And look how tender. And all I did was brown that off. You could do it without even browning it. Browned it off, got a little sear on it, and let her go. I did put the Wild Tree onion blend. I put a little bit of that in there. So I do usually, when I do pork slow cooked like this, I'll do chipotle peppers, garlic, and onion, but I use, really small diced onion or onion powder or dehydrated onion. Now I've got it just about where I want it, so it's ready for sandwiches, except for I need barbecue sauce on here. And because we've got the spice of the peppers, I decided to use, this is what I have on hand, but this is a local company that sells products. They have a butcher shop here in town and a restaurant, and they also sell at Costco. And they've got it's a barbecue mustard sauce, and it's not hot and spicy. It's just delicious. So I'm going to use that because I have it. Get this upside down. Got a new one right here, because when you buy at Costco, you get them 2 at a time. So I'm going to get the rest of this barbecue sauce in, and I will bring you back when I'm, well, I guess I'm here, when I'm making my sandwich, because I don't think you guys need to watch me mix up meat and barbecue sauce till it's ready. But anyway, so I'll be right back. Finally, it's time for a sandwich. I'm excited. So I've got my coleslaw. It's been in the fridge. See, it's already going down. So I've got one of these little sandwich thins. I love these. I'm bringing some bigger rolls for the girls at work, but for me, they're 100-calorie little sandwich thins. So I'm going to go ahead and put some pork down, nice layer. You don't need a ton. Now you could pile this high if you want to. Add more barbecue sauce. I'm going to try to behave and make this a good, healthy serving for me. And then you want to top it off with your coleslaw. Doesn't that look good? So you get that sweet, crunchy, along with the spicy. And you're getting your veg right there. Let me cut that. Get my hand out of the way. There goes my phone. Doesn't that look good? Yum. I can't wait to get you zoomed in so you can get a close-up of how delicious that looks. You could have a couple pickles. You could have an extra side of coleslaw or potato salad. We're just doing this. I'm just doing sandwiches. Okay, going in for a bite. Wow. Always delicious. That's never a disappointment. I'll tell you, that crunchy along with that really pull apart tender meat, it's absolutely wonderful. So I hope it inspires you to step outside the box. Maybe make some pulled pork for your family. Try a different recipe. Maybe a different, style of coleslaw. And as always, guys, hope it brings you back. Hope you give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. God bless.